I can also say that he will be on the files, the Majewski files. Mr. Majewski decided to um, he just decided to make life worse. Um, so we're gonna be reviewing the homework that he assigned us, and we're gonna be answering the first question. Well, what is a linkage institution? So a linkage institution is a channel that connects people with the government. It also keeps them informed while trying to shape public opinion and policies. And the four linkage institutions listed in the reading that he provided are political parties, interest groups, elections, and the media. And so, what are ways in which parties can influence and impact voters and policy? Well, they can help voters understand political choices with clear positions on issues. They can also shape the political process by funding campaigns, encouraging people to vote, um, through ads and stuff like that. They also influence policy by supporting specific laws and policy agendas. And on the other side, what are ways in which parties can impact the government? So the first one is majority party. The majority party in both the House and the Senate of Congress, they set the legislative agenda and can influence government spending. Um, Party leadership determines who becomes speaker, committee chairs, and these leaders can control what bills get debated or voted on. Moving on to the next part is, well, what is mobilization and education of voters? It's political parties. They work to inform, motivate, and turn out voters so their candidates have a better shot at winning elections. Some examples of this, of or how the function is performed, are phone calls, texts, and emails, door-to-door canvassing, voter registration drives, so driving them to the polls and stuff, informing when and where to vote, and training volunteers and campaign workers. And how does it connect citizens to their government? Well, it helps citizens understand the issues that are at hand. Um, it helps them understand candidates as well, and they want to know who they're going to be voting for, right? And also on voting procedures, it also encourages participation in elections and it makes it easier for people to engage with the political process. Um, the creation of party platforms is a party platform. A party platform is the official statement of the party's beliefs and policy goals, broken into individual issue positions. I believe they're called planks. Um, Examples of how this function is performed are writing positions on immigration, healthcare, and taxes, presenting the platform at the national convention, and using the platform to guide elected officials. How does it connect citizens to their government? It gives voters a clear sense of what each party stands for, and it helps citizens choose candidates who match their values, and it provides a way for people to influence policy by supporting a party. And what is candidate recruitment? Well, candidate recruitment are parties that search for and encourage people to run for public office. Um, Examples of how this function is performed are recruiting candidates for city council, school board, or Congress, providing campaign funding and strategic advice, and helping new candidates build recognition and having that foundation to meet their goals. And how does it connect citizens to their government? Well, it ensures that voters have choices on the ballot. So, the more options, the better. And it brings someone like Joe or Stacy into the political process. So it could bring everyday people um, into this process. And it helps communities be represented by people who truly understand local issues. So, for example, um, if Mr. Majewski were to be a candidate, his reputation is good. It might go down because of this assignment, but people would find him trustworthy, um, at least in my opinion. Campaign management, well, parties help organize and run campaigns so their candidates can win. It's pretty simple. That's what it is. And examples of how the function is performed, well, media strategy and advertising, fundraising support, and coordinating volunteers for canvassing and polling and data analysis. And how does it connect citizens to the government? Well, it makes it easier for voters to learn about candidates, and it helps citizens interact with campaigns through volunteering. And it also ensures that elections are competitive and informative. Um, and what is fundraising and media strategy? Well, parties raise money and manage media outreach to support candidates and stay at the top, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. And some examples of how the function is performed is national committees like the DNC and the RNC, they raise hundreds of millions of dollars and they hire media consultants. And they also, go into TV, radio, and online ads. And they support candidates with messaging and branding. And how does it connect citizens to their government? Well, it provides voters with info through ads and media, and it allows citizens to donate and support causes that they care about. And it also keeps the public aware of political issues and party positions, basically where they stand. So, yeah, that's about it. That's the video. Um, One thing I can say is that Mr. Majewski has made this thing, this week, hellish. It's the start of it, right? But I can also say that he will be on the files, the Majewski files, which are, the top 10 assignments that Majewski has assigned that have made life harder. So yes, Majewski is on the files, okay? I'm saying it right now. He's the first teacher on the files.